Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Wish You Were Beer Show. This is a live beer review show that we do every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern here on YouTube. We also stream it through Facebook if you're interested in that for some reason. Twitter as well. You can find us a litany of different ways. Yeah. So make sure you go down to the About section. Make sure you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel here, but also make sure you follow us on our social media outlets as well. In particularly, make sure you follow us on Untappd. That's what we use to check in all of our beers. It's our rating system, basically our whole catalog of what we've had on the show. So if you go down in the About section, you can find our individual Untappd handles as well as the show Untappd handle. Make sure you check that out. If you have not already, please make sure you check out our newest website that has a live merch store, wishyouwerebeershow.com.
Yeah, you can get one of these cool shirts.
You can get you a dumb shirt that we try to think of every week based off something in the show.
Not a dumb one.
No,
I had to show off this last week's show, so you keep going with our intro. I'll get it.
Sorry, I forgot about that. So make sure when you like and subscribe the page, you'll get not subscriptions. You'll get notifications so that you know when we go live, just in case you're in a different time zone or you completely forget about us. And exciting! Sorry, Gabriel's shirt shipped today. How exciting!
Very exciting.
But make sure you follow along with us through all our outlets. So Instagram, we do a lot of updates just within our personal day-to-day stuff of beers we're having, places we're going, between Phil being on the West Coast, us being on the East Coast. Twitter is just me ranting about beer most of the time. And then
that's it.
Well, we do have a TikTok now, right?
Yeah, we haven't done anything with it, have we?
No, there's 3 posts on it right now.
Okay.
It's exploded overnight with like 2 viewers. It's just dying. Everyone out there, all the kids are talking about the latest TikTok.
We have a TikTok clinic coming up with some middle schoolers who are going to teach us how to use it. So hopefully that'll be up and running.
I've seen the videos.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen the video of you dancing, Tiffany. That will probably make it up.
Basically, it is. It's all both. I just dated myself.
Yes, you did.
See y'all later.
So, but as always, we appreciate everybody stopping by who gets a chance to stop by here on Thursday nights. If you don't know us or just seen us for the first time, I'm Daniel. This is Tiffany. That's Phil. And Phil, you're in a new garage, which is exciting to me.
I want the door to go up so bad again.
It might. I mean, I don't know. I don't know who controls the door, so we'll find out. But yes, I made it to Portland, and my Airbnb is in a converted garage. So it's literally, I'm sleeping in a garage, and it's my favorite thing I've ever done.
I want to say my brother lived in a garage for a really long time. So if you need any pointers, I'm sure.
Yeah, but it's because he was homeless, not because he was in Airbnb.
No, that's just where he chose to live. That's where he was paying rent and lived in the garage.
I'll give it to them. They've done a really nice job with this garage. It's super comfortable. It's perfect for me, for what I need right now in life.
Yeah, I think his was really just a garage. Like there wasn't a lot.
But those who are wondering about, I'm still continuing the trend of making a shirt for every episode. And last week's episode we did was Killer Kolsch from Tripping Animals, and it was all about the whales. And we came up with my favorite new shirt. It's Free Lolita.
Which Lolita was the whale's name.
She's one of the whales. He was
But basically, it's a Wish You Were a Beer character steaming on a bunch of fooders with a whale jumping over and one of them falling off. Big fan.
I'm thrilled about it. So go to wishyouwerebeershow.com and pick up your free Lolita t-shirt.
Yeah, I love it.
There's also the apricot one from before. There's really a whole litany of shirts. The donkey basketball. You could just
basically, since we can make whatever shirt we want for the website, we're going to try to pull some type of something off of each show and make a shirt out of it.
Yeah.
Good, bad, or ugly.
Eventually, there will be 300 shirts in there, and you'll have a really hard time sorting through. So we might need to retire some.
I've got some categories. Nope, there's categories. There's inspired by episodes, episode inspired categories. So, if you just want one of our logo shirts, then you can find that easily. But just
those are easy to find. Yes, this could be arranged.
Yep.
I love it. You took the bat with you? All right. So if you follow our Instagram, Phil was at a pickleball
Portland Pickles baseball game.
Yes. And they served beer in a bat. And that's always exciting. And apparently you got to take it home.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. For what I paid for it, I better take it home.
Could you imagine in Virginia if they gave out glass bats at an event where you can drink all night? There'd be so many fights.
No. So this is plastic.
Oh, thank God.
Which is unfortunate.
I was like, Portland's a whole different world.
I will say, though, not the easiest thing to drink out of when you're in a stadium and you have someone sitting 3 feet in front of you. You're just like...
It's a lot of bumping the other person.
But you can't put your elbows out because then you hit the person next to you.
Quite.
So that's how I drank. And also terrible because you can't put it down. So now I have to hold this for the entire show. So I'm just gonna be sitting here all awkward, holding my bat.
I just love that you're gonna have to turn your head every time you need to drink too. It's super awkward.
I can go straight to camera.
It looks even worse. It looks even worse.
I will say, though, this beer is delicious. So I did drive up from LA to Portland this weekend, and I stopped at a brewery along the way called Indian Wells Brewing Company. It was literally just like off the highway. They had all this old school candy. It was like basically like a brewery at a rest stop. It's kind of the concept.
I love rest stops.
Yes,
and I just love like while you're driving, you can just stop and get a beer because that sounds safe. And I did.
And I did.
One. I got one.
I got one beer, damn it. I love it. And this is going to be so...
It's going to be fantastic.
Uncomfortable with this damn glass.
This is their Amnesia IPA. It tastes great out of a bat. I can't say if it tastes good out of a cup or not, but out of a bat...
Normally served in a Teku glass. This one came in a bat.
Hold on, let me just... I'm just going to sit like this.
That actually looks worse than you think it does. So I don't know
it sure does.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, this was a bad idea.
This is a great idea.
Oh, wait. Can I shove it in the couch right here? I think I can, because there's a couch right next to me. Nope. And
honestly,
there goes my... There goes my deposit.
Yeah. My favorite part about anytime you're on the road and doing a show, it's always great that I never know what's in the actual room around you. Yeah. It's just the background. So when you say things like, oh, the couch right here, I'm like, I never would have guessed it was a couch there. Damn it.
It's going to have to be like, guess what's next to Phil?
Well done.
But maybe not.
Well done, Andy.
Tastes great on the back.
That might be this episode's shirt. I don't know yet. We still got a while. We still got a ways to go, but that one's pretty good so far. I might make it anyway.
Fuck it.
All right.
Well, good. I'm glad you made it to one of your destinations. I know it's not your final destination on your trip, but
final destination.
No, this one is for the next month.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Portland was my final stop, so I'm here till September, and then I'm off to the next one.
That's right. So, I couldn't remember what your exact time frame was. Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Well, I went to the Bluesapalooza Festival in Mammoth Mountain and saw Michelle from Trustworthy, so that was great. And I picked us up some beer, so we're going to do one of those in the future.
Oh, cool.
So I did. I picked up a Maibach from Mammoth Brewing. Nice. So that's going to get added to the list. And I got to find some more out here to send y'all.
Yeah, well,
maybe I'll send you a bat too.
You're gonna need some Aleve for all this neck pain you're gonna experience after drinking out of that thing all night. I'm trying to look at the screen and chill. You get too old for this shit, Phil. I love it. Well, it's good. I'm glad you made a safe trip. We didn't do a whole lot. We had the unicorn rave.
Oh, that was fun.
You didn't do a whole lot. The unicorn rave looked like more than I've done in a decade. Yeah, my body can't handle the unicorn rave that you guys.
And for the record, that was the latest I've ever been up.
Yeah, and we slept in and stayed in bed on Sunday until 11:30. It was almost afternoon.
Can you even imagine?
And then all we did was move to the couch and watch TV all day. Like, we are not people that just sit around all day. Like, it's just we get bored and it doesn't work out.
We raved hard.
We did not do anything. And I was the DD, so that was sober Tiffany dancing. Or like,
I don't think you want to admit that. I saw the dancing.
Oh,
yeah, that's normal.
Yeah, that only gets better with alcohol.
It gets tolerable, but not better.
No. Well, it's tolerable for everyone else if you've been drinking.
True story.
Yeah.
True story.
Yeah. For me, I still have a great time. Either way, doesn't matter.
Always the horniest party around.
Yes.
Those unicorn raves.
So for those of you who aren't sure what we're talking about, if you check out the reels on our Instagram page, you will not be disappointed.
Or if you're Tiffany's family, you will be disappointed.
Nah. They didn't put me in dance classes because I quit. They tried to put me in dance real early, and I literally told the teacher off at like age 5.
I find that hard to believe.
I know, right? Tiffany in ballet seems like it should really fit. No.
Not even close.
No, I took that tutu home. I also had some tap shoes that I just ran around in because I thought they were fun.
That is fun.
But I never really took dance lessons.
Well, we'll talk more about that on our dancing podcast that you and I do.
It's on Wednesday nights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called Dancing with the Co-host.
Just a live show of us dancing for 3 hours.
But in different places. It's remote. You're like Groucho Marx, like mirroring, like. Yeah.
All right. Well, we've got a big show tonight, so we got to get this thing rolling.
Yeah, I know.
We
Let's
do.
get this show on the road, so as the kids say.
I'll let y'all talk about the show tonight while I drink out of my back.
Go ahead, Tiffany.
Awesome. So we went to our local beer shop called Early Birds.
We got this one from Early Birds?
We got it from Early Birds, and we were talking with the owners there, trying to find some cool show beers, and they were like, you got to try this Shojo Beer Company or Shojo Brewing Company. They are coming up in the world. Like, all of their beers are phenomenal. And we have not actually had one of them. Like, this is the first time we will have one. But these two owners were like, you need to do this on the show. So we ended up grabbing a 4-pack. So all of us have one. And we actually convinced the Shojo Beer people to come and hang out with us. So we have them here to talk more about what's going on and like, what are they...
God, you are so good at setting things up.
I feel like
every time
doing
is baffling.
You do great, and then you just start to
start
trail it off, and it's
somewhere, and I'm like, you nailed it.
Listen, I need a script or whatever.
Well,
or my ADD just needs to not kick in halfway through my conversation with you, and I'm sorry, but I don't always remember what I said in the beginning.
All right. Well,
clinically diagnosed.
They do not have an actual brewery in place currently.
Correct.
So our video for them is just going to be some photos of them because they look like, I'm assuming, very fun people based on some of these photos.
And then when we come back, they're going to be with us.
They're going to be on it. So let's watch this little video and we'll talk to them when we're back.
Oh, there they are.
Hey, how's your neck?
It's doing great.
I'm telling you, by the end of the show, he's gonna be dead.
Oh, I'm already almost there.
By the way, looks can be deceiving. We're not that fun.
I don't know. I'd say that the Speedo shot right here tells me something a little different.
The only thing half about that marathon is the outfit.
She's much more fun than me. I'll tell you that much.
That's actually where you two met. Wasn't he wearing that when you met?
Yeah.
God.
It was my first half marathon ever. And what's funny is that his parents were like, "Oh, wait till you see how he runs." I'm like, I met him on my first half marathon. They were like, and you like that? And I'm like, here we are now.
If it works, it works.
Yeah.
I'm a big Speedo fan myself, and I used to have a beard just like that, and it looks Speedo plus long bushy beard looks fantastic.
Yeah,
every
like,
time.
Long socks, pig Laplander hat, like it gets them. It gets them.
Clearly, it worked.
Why don't you tell them the real joke that you always tell people about the bib?
Oh yeah. So it was like when we tell this part of this, like the only reason I was running that race honestly was because I'm also beyond like my long list of things that I do. I'm also
He's too bougie to run road races. So he was pacing someone, and when someone's like, "Oh, how did she notice?" He was like, "Oh, she was too interested at what was under my bib number." And I'm like, I was not.
Because every time she tells the story, she goes, "Oh, I did like a quadruple take, and I see this naked man running, and I'm like, I wasn't."
Because who runs like that in
I
real
was wearing a
life?
Speedo.
Who runs like that for 13.1 miles? A regular person does not.
2 miles, let alone 13.1.
Literally.
Yeah.
You will be chafing. Like, what is wrong with you?
Right?
Why?
Fun
And
fact.
you're like, I'm marrying him. That's what you said.
Absolutely not. Fun fact, he had to take me out on 3 dates for me to accept a real date. So
Yeah, we went on running dates, the first 3.
he's like, "Oh, can I take you out?" I'm like, "Yeah, you can go running with me." He's like,
and
"Okay."
did you wear the Speedo for all those dates too? Is
No,
that
he
just
didn't. He tried to switch it up because he had to do something different.
I had to switch it up just a little, you know.
Running dates also sounds really predatory. Like, yeah, she was just running. I followed her. You know, we had a couple of running dates before we actually caught up.
I'll let this thing show. All right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, tell us a little bit about you guys other than your amazing Speedo love story. I mean, obviously you're brewing beer. I assume what they call it, contract brewing, right?
Yep. Or gypsy brewing. Yeah.
Yep.
So we don't actually own a facility yet. We are looking for a brick and mortar currently.
Sure.
But we have up until this point just essentially rented space at other facilities and brewed beer there.
Very cool. So you guys do a fair amount of traveling. Then where's your actual home base?
Miami, Florida, born and raised.
Yeah.
Nice.
Both of us.
Yeah.
Very nice. So are you guys looking to set up shop near your home base? Or are you shopping other places?
Miami, Florida.
Miami's home.
We're hoping for Kendall, which is a suburb in Miami, Florida, because that's where we live. Because when brewers brew beer, they drink a lot of beer, and I just want to make sure that this man gets home safely.
So we're building the brewery in the backyard.
Drink, but just gotta make sure he gets home safe to me.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we've played that game a few times.
Not that I remember.
Yeah. We recently were brewing with one of our local places here, and at like 9 a.m. they're like, "Cool, well, it's 9. You want a beer?" And we're like,
"Yeah, literally." That's the game of brewing.
Yeah.
You're hot, you drink a beer. You're 3 hours in, you drink a beer. Oh,
You
you're
gotta
ready
wait.
now, you drink a beer. Oh, you're done, you drink a beer.
Yeah.
No, especially collab days when you're not the host brewery is just as soon as you walk in, you mash in and you start drinking. Like
that's exactly what it is. So
the most recent one we just did a collaboration beer that's not quite out yet with one of our local breweries, and same idea. That's exactly what you mashed in, and they were like, "All right, what do you guys want to drink? We got 45 minutes or whatever." And I was like, "What's your heaviest thing on tap?" It's 9 a.m.
I was like, a brown maybe. I don't know what goes what goes well with my coffee that I haven't quite finished.
Right. There we go. So this is
Kevin.
So this is Kevin with tradition that we just brewed a beer with. He was like, "Yeah, I think I remember that."
Yeah. What's up, Kevin?
Can we know what you guys brewed? Or are you guys keeping it on wraps until it drops?
No, we can talk about it. Yeah. We brewed a saison this time. It's gonna be like a table saison, so kind of like a starter saison. Because we want to make sure it's not too funky. Because then only Daniel will drink it,
I
which is
love
great.
'em.
Which is great for Daniel, but maybe not so great for their business model. But yeah, and then we actually, so this is one of our first one we did was a Dortmunder with another local brewery called Virginia Beer Company. So
sick.
yeah, so we've done 2 now.
Yeah.
Very exciting. We have a couple more in the works. We are super excited. So
That's
Well,
awesome.
I hear
once we
we've got one with
have our-
Shojo soon, right?
Sorry, I was gonna say once we have our brick and mortar, I'd be happy to do a collab with you guys as well.
Especially in Miami. I love
Yeah.
Florida personally. I'd love to be down there
Yep.
any day of the week.
we'll just make
And we'll get weird with it. So
Fine by me.
Go on.
We're talking
That's
about
our
the beer.
style.
Oh, okay, all right.
Whether it sells or it doesn't, it's fine. We're down for it.
It'll be on the Brewers tap. The
Yeah.
Yeah, the Brewer's Tap, right?
Brewers-
I love it.
Industry tap.
Industry tap. That's a good term for it.
Yes. Yeah, because some people who are like, yeah, okay, I drink beer. Let's do something slightly different. Like, gets old just drinking the same IPA or,
Said no one ever.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
All right. So one way that we try to figure out how to get to know more about your brewery, more about you, is that we play this thing called, what is it?
Well, it's history and facts, technically. So this is the portion of the show, if you're unfamiliar with it, where we're going to go through some of the history and facts. Sometimes it's about the brewery, sometimes it's about the people involved, sometimes it's about the beer style. Could be a litany of different things, but it's kind of morphed more into an actual trivia portion. So if you're logged into YouTube or if you're logged in through Facebook, you can comment along with us. So as we ask the questions, feel free to remind me how wrong I am and give the correct answer.
Cool.
Here we go. Question 1.
True or false, the founders are certified sommeliers. Did I even say that right?
Nope. Way off.
That's fine. Whatever.
Okay, true or false?
Sommelier.
Tiffany knows what the word sommelier means.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
I'm over here trying. I've been trying to learn French because I got to go to France next month. I have to go to France. And I should have known that word. It's fine.
You're doing great.
I'm doing really good. I'm like past basics 1, which is 5.
Good enough.
Hey, I'm just gonna let you know. Just
Yeah.
know how to say "we," which means yes.
Yeah. And
Well,
be prepared. They're going to tell you said it wrong every time, no matter what.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
But at least
Just-
I'm trying, so it'll be
Yeah.
fine. Maybe.
Not really.
Ooh,
They're all
look
gonna,
here,
they're all
there's
gonna hate
double
you because
question.
we went there for our honeymoon and nope, they hated us. I told them like, shut up, let me talk in Spanish. Because then they'll think
Not
we're
a
from
chance.
Spain and we're Europeans. Nope. He talked English and they hated us.
Yeah.
I
All
like
right,
the people
yeah.
who are going full on false here because I feel like I would have gone true because I feel like it's a strange question to bring up if it wasn't true, but maybe I'll find out why.
So I also think it's false, but I'm going to find out why through the response, I hope.
So I'm gonna answer it if that's okay.
Go
Yeah.
for it.
Yes.
So technically, I want to say it's true.
God
But
damn
it's not called sommeliers. They're called cicerones,
Mhm.
which he is certified level 2. And fun fact, I'm actually a sommelier, which is certified like wine bougie person, I guess, what you would call it.
So it's like a half truth.
Yeah, I guess that could be a half.
It does say
I would
founders,
say
which
it's
means
true,
both
it's
of you
just
would have
not
had
the
to
right
be.
word to describe it, but it's the same thing, just for a different beverage, you know?
Right.
So it's the trick. That was the trick of the question, I assume, Tiffany, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiffany's a tricky business on this one.
I
She
like
always,
just.
she always
It's
tricks us.
gotten, well, because like the 50-50 questions, Daniel's like, it's fine. It's 50-50.
It's
And I'm like,
50-50. I can deduce a portion of
yeah,
that.
but anyway, I like to
that
almost.
was a good like.
Yeah, but the best way to describe it is so fun fact, I also graduated medical school, and the best way to describe it is that you can be a certified doctor, but it's all about like what kind of doctor you are. So
Ooh.
being a sommelier is like what kind of like what are you a sommelier in? So if you say
Right.
you are in beer, then you are a cicerone. So it's all this. I would say it's true. you're certified, like knowing a type of beverage. And like, that's a lot saying for like wine and beer, where they have something that's called something, because whiskey people, I don't think they have something. And like,
they have ex-wives. It's called whiskey.
that was good.
It could be ex-husbands.
Mm.
We don't
That
want
too. That too.
100%.
It's true.
Yeah. I'm just
But you
speaking
know where
from
I'm coming
experience.
from. There's like a real literal word to the wine and beer thing. So like,
yep.
You know, props to us for having a word.
There we go.
I love it. All right. Let's do question two.
Question 2.
All right. Shojo Brewing began as a pandemic project, but Haidar Hachem, I don't think I said your last name right, has been brewing since 2016, 2017, 2018.
I mean, so again, these questions are always tough because this is just a year at this point. So it really is a guess unless you read about this or unless it's...
I feel like maybe you should start doing some research.
I should start reading on these fucking people who show up. You're right. That would be intelligent. Let me make sure it's not on the can, just in case I'm really that dumb. Now, I'm gonna go way back to 2016, just because, I mean, he's tier 2. You don't just pick that up in like a year unless you're some type of Dustin Hoffman Rain Man, and I don't know about it. So I'm gonna say A, 2016.
I'm gonna go with B, 2017, just to change it up. That's my only reason. And Gabriel's with me on this one, so
And
that's
so is
really
Andy.
important.
Yeah.
Oh, and it sounds like we're all right. So.
Trick question. Vero says 2012 when he started homebrewing.
I didn't read that one, Vero.
Uh-oh. Vero does a deep dive, I guess.
Yes, you did.
Vero, I need you to correct the trivia if it's wrong before the show starts.
Well, let's find out what the answer is.
So, I guess you're waiting for an answer. No, yeah, I actually started homebrewing, 2016. It was the year before I met Mari. So that would be A is the correct answer.
Oh, there we go.
Anybody else want to be right today or just me? Sorry, I'm sorry. I only get like one question every 5 shows right, so it's nice when it happens.
Yeah, and funny enough, I still like I'm kind of like half scared, half intrigued to open them, but I've saved one bottle of each homebrew I've done.
Oh God!
Oh,
I still have them sitting in my fridge.
I'm gonna let you know, the first one was not good. I don't know if he still has that shit. Sorry
But
if
it's
I'm
rough.
not allowed to curse, but
no, it curse
You're
away.
allowed to curse.
Okay.
This is an adult show. So fuck that shit. You can say whatever you want.
I don't know if you still have that
I
first
do.
one.
So
Throw it away. Throw it away.
funny
No
enough,
one needs to get poisoned.
funny enough, the first beer I ever brewed was
disgusting.
someone had bought me a liquid malt extract Mr. Beer kit.
Mr. Beer. I had a feeling it was going to be Mr. Beer.
Yeah,
I knew it.
for a Bohemian Pilsner.
Oh,
And bro, I went in, and as soon as I finished and I, bottled whatever, I poured out the first one. I was like, wow, that does not look like what the bottle showed.
it's Bohemian, but not
It was like-
Pilsner.
It
was like-
looked like a brown ale,
Amber. It was amber.
Amber, damn it.
It was amber.
but like with brown tint, because it was not amber.
Scorched,
either.
it was the scorched.
And then I smelled it. I'm like, this smells really weird. And then our boss, who I do marketing for, Lincoln's Beard, and he brews at Lincoln's Beard currently right now. We gave some to our boss to try, and we're like, hey, like, what do you try here? And he goes, it tastes like Band-Aids.
That sounds like Daniel's jam.
It was,
It was gross.
You throw some wet horse blanket, I'm in.
Might have cleared out, since
No.
2016.
Now that it's been sitting, it might have separated.
Yeah.
Look, you're gonna come back on another show, and we're just gonna go through all those beers together.
Yeah.
We'll
We-
You
sample
can do
them.
that by yourself with your long drinking thing and break your neck by yourself. I am not doing that.
Oh my god. We
Oh
could
wait,
make
there's still some left.
we could make you a Shojo suicide beer. It's all his home brews poured into the bag.
Just pour it.
all at the same time.
You can see all the layers of whatever is
That will break
still in
not
it.
because of the cup, but because of the nasty beers.
They weren't all that, okay? It was just the first one.
Well,
I
that
love
first one will ruin everything.
I love
All right, so our favorite part of the show right now is before we go to question 3, and we start drinking this beer.
Correct. And
So-
tonight we are drinking Kodama from Shojo Brewing Company. It's a double, which you had me at double.
You had me at beer, so
So we're gonna crack the beer. We're gonna continue to drink the beer as we go through the rest of trivia. So
Great.
let's do question 3.
True or false? Shojo Brewing contractor Gypsy brews mainly out of Prison Pal's location.
I want this to be true because we met Prison Pals and they were fantastic. So we met them at the Untapped Beer Festival, and super nice guy. And I want this to be true, but I don't remember where Prison Pals was physically located out of.
Well, this one was brewed with Prison Pals.
Oh, aren't they out of Doral?
So Doral is a suburb in Miami.
Yeah.
You've been pronouncing that wrong.
Well, I pronounce it like the cigarettes my aunt smoked.
Yeah, Doral.
That's all. Like, yeah, there's a Doral 100, a Doral Short, Doral Menthol.
Maybe it was Doral and she was pronouncing it wrong.
Oh no, these came from North Carolina. It was not pronounced Doral, ma'am.
You never know. There may have been one Hispanic who created that brand.
Oh, trust me, there's plenty of Hispanics in North Carolina.
So
All
I'm
right.
going to answer the question.
All right.
You guys want to take a...
There's a
Yeah, so I
false,
think,
false.
yeah, hold on.
Everyone is saying false.
Everyone is saying false, which
Yes.
makes me nervous.
What did you say?
I didn't say anything yet. I just said I wanted it to be true because I liked Prison Pals. It's got to be false.
We're going to say false only because we started with unbranded brewing. Later on, because we wanted to start brewing more and in a bigger capacity, especially for our lager, we went to Prison Pals.
Nice.
Well, also because Prison Pals has a canning line at their facility, so we wouldn't have had to have waited like for unbranded to set up a.
But we love unbranded. Don't get that.
Yeah.
fair,
No,
fair.
like there's no bad blood with unbranded. It's just Prison Pals has a canning line at their facility, so we'd be able to brew and can at the same time, rather than just like waiting for unbranded to set up a canning appointment with Ironheart, and lining up with that.
But fun fact, you're drinking Kodama right now, and that's the second version of it. The first one was actually brewed at Unbranded Brewing, and we did a whole party for it, and very successful. It was brewed with different hops,
No, it was
same?
the same.
so same hops. It just wasn't
Well-
canned because we didn't have a canning line to our
So
disposal.
the difference between this one and the first one is that they are still both brewed with Grungeist and Cashmere, but the first one that we brewed was brewed with Washington Cashmere, and this one is all Michigan hops. Is Michigan Grungeist and Michigan Cashmere from Hophead Farms.
Very cool.
Very cool.
I love
and
how
can
much
you-
like the hop variants can change, like the not the entire makeup of the beer, but just the flavor.
Well, yeah. Well, it
profile.
also depends on what kind of beer it is.
Sure.
That's where the hop flavor can come in differently. But, yeah.
Will you pronounce the beer name again? I have been pronouncing it wrong.
Correct.
Kodama.
Kodama.
Yeah.
Okay. And I hear that is because I made these. That's Japanese folklore for inhabit. Oh my gosh!
That inhabit.
It's
Are
it's
you
the beer bat. It's the beer bat.
one goddamn
The beer
bat
bat
to even
does
talking
not
about?
allow
Guys,
reading.
his neck is
No.
broken. He can't.
The neck
speak.
is broken. The eyes are blurring. So tell us a little bit about like why you chose the name of the brewery, why you chose the name of this beer, like what. What's
So
going
wait,
on
The
here?
next question is
Peter,
about
are you-
the
Oh, is it a question? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, come on, Phil.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you
I
trying
thought
to
we were
cheat?
Yes,
Sorry.
please don't cheat.
Sorry. Continue.
All right. So I've been saying Kodama
Correct.
because when I was learning Japanese, it was always the like Kodama. So if I'm pronouncing it wrong,
You are.
I apologize.
It's
But
their
it's
beer.
very hard
You're
for
pronouncing
me
it
to.
wrong.
It's very
Whether or
hard
not
for-
it's the real word or not, you're still pronouncing their beer incorrectly.
right. I'm
Correct.
pronouncing their beer. Incorrect.
Oh.
So I'm gonna say it wrong again
God.
because my brain is just at this point not working. However, the beer's name Kodama is a mountain
Wrong.
god
You
slash
said it wrong.
spirit that
Stop
takes
it.
the form of what? Multiple answers allowed. So A,
I already
humans,
revealed this
B,
one.
ghosts, C, trees.
Yeah, really fucked that one up, Phil.
It could be
I'm
other
sorry.
Yeah, I
Trying to
think
give people facts here, and I
think
end
it's
up ruining
B,
trivia.
and C.
Oh, there's multiple answers. Okay.
Correct. It's B
Well,
and C.
it's allowed.
Kodama, mountain god spirit that takes the form. I mean, I'll go with C still. I'm just gonna sit right there.
I'm going to say B and C because if it's going to inhabit the form of a tree, it's already obviously a ghost, which means it has to be a ghost as well. So I'm going to get you
Smart.
on a technicality. I'm saying B and C.
All right. What is it?
So it is actually B and C, but like the act like Kodama itself is a tree spirit, and like within Japanese folklore of the yokai, they said that once something is old enough, it can become a yokai or like a godlike spirit, and it's said that if you cut a Kodama, like it will bleed because it becomes a living being. So the reason we decided to go with Kodama for our that's our series, our like IPA series, because what ties together better than IPAs and hops and the flavor profiles you get with hops than a tree spirit, something of the forest, something earthy, something piney, something dank,
Something green.
So that's what we decided to go with that. And for our fruited sour series, it is Kitsune, which is the fox yokai that can transform and take morph into different things. And like we thought that was perfect because our fruited sour series is just a bunch of different fruits like with the same base essentially. Then Hinode, which means sunrise, is our core rice lager that we'd love to send you guys some when we brew again. And just like Shojo in and of itself, the whole main reason why we started that is because I'm Lebanese, Mari's Nicaraguense, and the food concept that we're going to be starting with, the Hungry Yokai, they are dear friends of ours, Mike and Lisette Hernandez, and they're Cubans. So we're mixing all our different cultures with a Japanese aesthetic, and kind of just playing on that. Like every beer we brew, all the food dishes that he makes is going to take a piece of us, and we're going to mix it in with the Japanese culture in some form or way. And we started back in 2020. It was a pandemic project. I had just started brewing at Lincoln's Beard. I actually first started at Strange Beast Brew Pub. That's where I got my start as a professional brewer. And then in 2020, I joined Lincoln's Beard with head brewer Danny Steigerwald, and we've been brewing together ever since. And as soon as funny enough, we were in New York when the pandemic hit.
We were actually in Pastry Town.
Yeah, we were at the last pastry town right before New York shut its borders.
Jeez.
So if we left Monday, or if we missed our flight and we tried to leave Monday, we would have been stuck in New York. And no brewing would have been gotten done. But yeah, I went from working overtime every week to maybe working 12 hours a week, and having had left my career as a civil engineer, I didn't want to go back to that. So Mari and I decided hey, let's start a brewery. And that's honestly how Shojo got its start.
We've talked to so many different breweries on the show, and so many different like owners or head brewers or people that started a brewery from the idea of wanting to brew beer, not from a business standpoint, so to speak. Is everyone a goddamn engineer or scientist?
Dude,
this gives me no hope to start a brewery. I'm like,
there's been consultants, and
I masturbate occasionally,
and
so
marketing people.
Great.
But there's been consultants and marketing and like board members,
people that went to college or whatever.
I mean, we both went to college. I graduated medical school. I literally, was in debt because
you're not helping.
Not cheap. Yeah, but I don't brew beer. I just do marketing for a few craft breweries in South Florida.
She does like almost all the craft breweries.
Nice.
But even then, it's just, I don't know. I think it's just like, at least for me, my experience is just, I'm a Latina. So when my mom is also an immigrant. When she came here from Nicaragua, it's like, she literally embedded in my brain. It's like, hey, I came here to this country to give you a better life. You're either going to be a doctor or a policeman or, policewoman or a lawyer or something that means like something to this country, because I did not come all the way over here for you to be nothing. And I was like, okay, mom, whatever. But okay, mom became okay, mom. I literally went to medical school for her, and then I just wasn't happy. And like, luckily, I graduated. It's a cool plan B, like, who can say, hey, my plan B, if this doesn't work out, I'm going to be a doctor. I'll just go be a doctor, whatever. But I just wasn't happy. And I feel like life is only one. And I feel like you should be doing what makes you happy, because you could die tomorrow. I mean, knock on wood. I hope not, but you could die tomorrow. And if you can live your last day on this earth doing what you love and being happy, why not? And he gave me that opportunity because he was working as an engineer. He had that money. He was taking care of both of us. He literally told me, hey, you have 6 months. Graduate medical school, and then you have 6 months. I will give you 6 months to find at least one client. If you can find one client and show me that you have some money, you can do something, then cool. If not, then you're going to go, all right, cool. I can live with that. And then silver lining, full circle, life came right back, and he wanted to be a brewer. And now I'm making enough money where I'm like, I will repay the favor. Go do what makes you happy.
Sugar mama.
Stop it.
That's exactly what it boils down to. I love that story. Just finally came full circle enough. He's been waiting for it the whole time. He's like, sugar mama. How do we not get to this yet?
He's like, why else would I be wearing a Speedo while running, looking for a good sugar mama,
All right, so let's talk about this beer.
Let's do it.
I want to talk about this beer. Yeah. I have some comments on this beer.
Okay.
Daniel's going to trash it. No.
Sorry, I'm just...
That's his style.
I'm going to take some issues with it.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
It's fucking amazing.
I know.
God,
you had them like on the edge of their seat, like, oh my God.
I was like, fuck, did he buy like an old can? Like,
how long has that been in the fridge?
Right now?
Yeah. No, I really dig it. But I want to know a little more about the hop makeup of it, because I mean, obviously Cashmere, that's a pretty popular, hop variant. What was the other one you said that I did not recognize?
Graced. It's
a Green Ghost in German.
Okay. Yeah. So I've probably seen that on a can or two, but when it comes to like the hop common names, it's not one that you see laying around on every beer can.
Yeah.
So what do you get out of that hop versus like all your standards, like your Citra, your Cascade,
So what I love about Grungeist is that it's like I do want to mess around and do a single hop Grungeist beer, but it's to me so like one of the first beers that I brewed at, or like the first beer I brewed at Strange Beast was called Lawyers Don't Surf. It's a hazy IPA. and it's with Grungeist and Amarillo.
Super delicious. We'll send you a crowler just so you can like enjoy it and let us know what you think. But like,
we're gonna drive you guys broke. You keep sending me beer.
no, we'll happily send you that because literally that beer we never thought it was going to become what it is for the Fire Pit Hospitality, because Fire Pit Hospitality has 3 bars at the moment that carry that beer.
Nice.
And it's a staple. Like everyone loves it. It has to be on tap at all times. If it's not on tap, people will freak out. Like, where is this beer? Like, why don't you have it? Yeah.
That's
it's
awesome.
become one of our core beers. It's Grungeist and Amarillo. And so what I love about Grungeist is that it's a great it's a great hop to accompany, higher alpha hops with. So the flavor profile that I would give it is like stone fruit, like kind of mango peel. It's very it's a great hop to accompany like dank citrusy piney hops with, because it kind of balances it out.
Mm-hmm.
And what I love about the Cashmere from Michigan is that it's not as piney as the one from Washington.
Yep.
So the reason that I paired those two together is, I mean, honestly, I just love Cashmere. And I thought that, doing that profile of both the Grungeist and the Cashmere would be great together. And I'm honestly really happy with how that beer came out.
Yeah. It is soft. Like, as far as like a double IPA goes, they're usually like aggressive, and the flavors are really well blended.
Yeah, and what I wanted to do with that beer too is that, like, it's basically what you described. I didn't want it to be super aggressive. I wanted to, like, for someone to open, the 16-ounce can, like, not have trouble finishing it, And I didn't want, like, even though it's like 9.5%, I essentially built the grist profile, like the malt profile and the accompanying hops to be, I did mostly Whirlpool hops. I did like very little bittering hops, just to kind of like, give that bite, but like, let the Whirlpool hops, and the dry hopping be like center stage on that. And just wanted people to experience it, appreciate it, and, like they were drinking a 9.5% beer.
Also, it is something that we say that Washington Cashmere hop that we use. Yeah. The reason why we use is because that she just literally described the soft body, and like that hop always gives that characteristic, and that's why they call it Cashmere. Yeah. Where like it tastes like Cashmere in your mouth.
It coats your tongue.
It makes it
nice. Gives you a little hug.
It's like a creamier.
I don't think we can call it a mouth hug, but yes.
Good, it's soft.
I'm gonna answer the question everyone's wondering, and that is, does this beer bat?
Oh, God.
That's what we're gonna find out, is does it bat? So you guys keep talking. I'm gonna pour this slowly to find out if it bats.
It does not bat well.
What does bat mean? Sorry, what is that like?
Does it bat? Does the beer? It spills. It does that.
God,
that's operator error.
Phil, you're never gonna get your security deposit back.
No, that thing's long gone. But that was before the show. That's fine. You know what? I will say the bat does allow the aromas to really come out.
Yeah.
You should be a bat sommelier.
Let's call a Major League Baseball player, and Phil has no chance.
Oh, it bats. Just letting everyone know. It bats.
That should be a slang word. Instead of that slaps, that bats.
That bats.
Oh, it bats.
Oh, that bats.
There's our shirt.
There's your shirt.
There's our shirt.
That bats.
I love it.
That beer bats.
So a couple of things real quick. I love that you guys came on the show, because I know y'all are probably constantly traveling and constantly working. So we really appreciate you stopping by the show.
Thank you for having us.
No, anytime. Honestly, y'all can come on the show anytime you want and swear at me.
It's nice when it's not just me.
Yeah, it's not just Tiffany this time. that being said, so what do you guys have in the pipeline? What is something you guys want to talk about? Something exciting coming up from Shojo or from y'all personally? Just
Yeah, we actually have. I'm really excited. We have a bunch of things coming up. First and foremost, next week. I mean, this is only a Miami only thing, but
yeah.
we actually teamed up with Miami-Dade County, the county that we reside in, and we are doing a pity mixer. So
I saw that on your Instagram.
Yeah. So we adopted, actually, funny enough, during COVID, we adopted a bully mix from the Miami
Miami-Dade Animal Service.
Yeah, from Miami-Dade Animal Services, and we are hosting at the at one of it's a winery. It's
a meadery, cidery in Miami,
and we teamed up with the husband and wife's team of Black Pit Brewing. His name is Dan. Dan and Dee are the owners. Dan is actually the head brewer over at Wakefield. Okay. And we did a Pilsner called the Pity Party Pilsner. And we split the batch, and half the batch is the Pilsner itself, and then the other half we're hitting with yuzu to give you kind of like that Corona and lime kind of
nice
flavor profile. And that is going to be called the After Party. So cool enough is that we teamed up with the Miami-Dade Animal Facility, and they are bringing a bus with like about 8 to 10 bully breeds. They're going to have a table there with people from the city talking about like handing out information, and like we're going to try to get those pups adopted. So I'm actually really, really excited for that.
Also, one thing that he's missing to point out is, I don't know how it is in your county, but bully breeds are actually illegal in Miami-Dade. Yeah. And because people have put the stigma on them as like they're aggressive, they will kill someone, and
the stigma exists here, but they're not illegal.
Well, why does it exist here?
I mean, it does because it's just people.
What's his face?
Oh, Michael Vick. Yeah, Michael Vick's from the area, so naturally now that's also a stigma for the area, unfortunately.
We actually have a bully mix as well. He's a bunch. He's like all of the worst dogs, but he's like the biggest sweetheart. He's Rottweiler, Pit Bull, Boxer.
Oh my gosh, he's so sweet.
Yeah.
Our Pity Crispy. He's the biggest.
The only way
sweetheart.
that our Pity mix would ever kill you is by attacking you with lots of kisses.
Yeah.
And with his very bad puppy breath.
Yeah.
God, what a way to go.
Ours has the Rottweiler claws. So he won't catch you. But that's it.
Claw you with love.
Won't even mean it.
Yeah,
exactly. Right. Yeah. It's just little love scratches.
He'll immediately feel bad if you go ow, like he'll go and like freak out.
Oh my god,
he's so sweet. Anyway, sorry,
so
I apologize. We're talking about dogs. I'm sorry.
We're gonna completely veer off and just talk the rest of the episode about dogs.
That's our Friday night podcast.
I love dogs.
Yeah. So. Beyond that, we teamed up with Lincoln's Beard and Shojo and Lincoln's. We did a collab together. We did a triple West Coast IPA.
Whoa, damn. Okay.
And
you have to send that to us too. So.
We just got it finished at like 10.4.
Nice.
So
man.
We're dropping that as for a release party that we're doing with our friend at Strange Beast, where I started, which is awesome. And with our friend Attack Peter, who is a artist that does, he actually did his launch for his own kaiju, and he's doing like a Kickstarter for it. So we're doing a launch party for that with our Triple West Coast. And then we just did a black rice lager with the Tank Brewing Company, which is another great brewery down here in Miami that's very underrated.
They're amazing at every freaking lager that they're like the Miami Lager House.
And we're looking for a brick and mortar. That's the biggest thing. That's that we're hoping to lock down hopefully by the end of this year.
Nice.
So anyone
Please let us know when you get that. We will come down and we'll.
Yeah,
Sure.
100%.
For sure.
1,000% we will
Yeah.
come.
and if we end up down there before then, we'll still hit you up and we can hang
Dude,
out.
please, we'll
grab a
host
beer.
you guys. We'll take you around. We'll have we'll do a in-person podcast session together.
Nice. That'd be
Ooh.
awesome.
I've
Nice.
killed
We
a
haven't
lot
done
of
one.
people in Miami, though, so I'm not technically allowed to show my face directly in
I
Miami.
think that's Dexter. I think, Dexter.
Oh, that is Dexter. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. We're basically the
Yeah.
same guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, and honestly, the biggest thing that we want to push and promote is that every release that we do, we host a release party, and 10% of the profits goes to a different nonprofit that
We believe.
that we believe in every single release. So
Very
that,
cool.
that's
Awesome.
what we want to push
Fantastic.
for
And
the
that's
most.
that's gonna continue when we open up our tap room.
Oh yes, and for the pity party, all proceeds from the meadery
From us, 100% of the proceeds of the beers that we
that we
brew are
sell,
going to be.
ours are going to Adopt Miami, and then $1 off of every mead sold from of their cider is going to be going to the rescue as well.
Very
Awesome.
cool.
God,
Well, that is fantastic.
that is fantastic. Yeah, that is
Yeah.
great.
I,
Well, we appreciate the both of you coming on the show. This was just a blast.
No, thank you guys so much for having us.
Yeah.
And you guys bat. You guys also bat. I'm just letting you know.
God. Honestly, no. Thank you
Chug,
again.
chug,
Seriously.
chug.
Honestly, our favorite part of doing this show, because sometimes breweries don't respond, sometimes they're too busy, sometimes they're this. Our favorite part of doing this show is having good people on who like a lot of the same things we like. So come to find out, you're big dog people, you're big rescue dog people, you're beer people. I was like, fuck.
The
Here we
only
go.
bad part is with listeners, I can't really get on board with running.
I
but
can, but
we
somebody's
can-
got to be chasing me.
We can agree to disagree there.
I mean, look,
Hey,
I'll do it.
I will
I'll do it in the
make you run
speedo.
for beer. If I give you a reason, you'll run, right? If you run for
No.
Correct.
beer,
No, I literally am not allowed to anymore. I got an MRI, my back's fucked up, but it's fine. I don't run.
Just like I don't know.
Oh, bite.
Cycle.
Oh,
yeah.
You can cycle.
Yeah, I can cycle. I just can't run. It's fine. We don't want to talk about it. That's fine.
We'll all run for you. It's fine.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I'll drink all of the calories that you're
I
burning.
love it's like a charity run and everybody's wearing Tiffany's name. Like, I'm running for Tiffany.
Yeah.
Oh, what's wrong with her? Well, her back hurts.
It's just me.
She had a tummy ache this morning.
Yeah, sure. At the end, just drinking, and they're like, "But don't worry, I'm right for her."
Right. I love it. No, but honestly, I want to say thank you guys so much for stopping by. It's been a pleasure. I'm really looking forward to you guys getting a brick and mortar.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Like, yeah,
And you
We are too.
keep
Yeah, no.
making beers like this, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh my gosh, yeah.
The early birds place up here, like they did not steer me wrong when they're like, you need to try this. And I was like, well, the can art is this
love
can
the
art bats.
this can
Yeah,
art
it
bats.
bats.
This can art totally bats.
God, I
That's
love
the thing.
And
So,
big
yeah.
up for early birds. Tell them we send our love. We'll
Yeah,
reach
yeah,
out to them.
We'll do.
Yeah, we will. Awesome.
And those are thanks to the homies over at Allied Distro.
Yep.
Hell yeah, we love them.
Very
awesome.
nice.
Always good when you have a good
Awesome.
distro crew.
100%.
Awesome.
All right, well, enjoy the rest of your travels, and we really appreciate
Yeah.
you coming on.
Thank
Thank
you so much.
Thank you
for
guys so
having
much.
us.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, you guys.
Cheers.
Bat cheers.
Bat
Cheers.
cheers.
Oh,
I do love
gosh.
fun guests. They are my favorite.
You know what I hate?
I know.
Oh, sorry. We're going with positive. All
All
right. I was gonna say, you know what I hate about this shit? Is that everybody that actually agrees to come on the show is always
They're always so cool.
it's always such a fucking blast.
Yeah.
And I keep expecting one day we're gonna get somebody who's like,
We're gonna get like another John Mallet.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't go that
keep
far.
ex-
Even John Mallet
Oh.
though was like, I don't know. I kind of enjoyed the conversation because it was like,
Yeah.
holy shit, you're John Mallet. One, why are
I'm
you
just
here?
kidding. I love John Mallet. I
But,
will love
like-
him to the end of time.
Right. I think. Well, I hope that he can take our jokes.
He can
Oh, he
he
could
has
care less.
already called
he's,
his mother.
He's doing just fine.
I think he's doing okay.
He's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
But
No,
I
I
yeah.
what reminds me so much about, like, I remember when we started the show was like we're just gonna do a show about beer, and like
Right.
that already kind of sounds fun. And the both of you know, and anyone who's been watching since the beginning knows that I don't know a lot about beer. I've learned so much over the year. I've also forgot a lot. Sorry, Vero, and your blogs. but
100%.
I keep forgetting the information. I know, but like the more that I've done the show, the more I have fallen in love with these breweries and these people who do these breweries, because there's always another reason behind it that is so beautiful of why people do breweries. And I think people don't realize that these breweries tend to exist to improve a community, improve something else. They don't tend, people aren't like, I'm going to start a brewery to make a shit ton of money. People are like, most people are like, I'm going to start a brewery to give back to my community, to drink with the ones I love.
Right.
And I've really enjoyed learning about this community.
Yeah.
True story.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
The beer community is seriously my favorite group of people.
Real drunkards.
Yeah. That's why we get along so well.
Well, listen, we are pushing our time frame, so let's review this damn thing.
Okay.
We're running. All right. So this is the portion of the show where we're actually going to review the beer. We do this through Untapped, so 1 to 5 bottle caps. And tonight we are reviewing Kodama from Shojo Beer Company. I introed it. Somebody's like, I'll go first.
I got it.
Tiffany, go.
Because you gotta smell it through your bat.
It takes a while to get all the way up.
Smell it through your bat. That's also dangerous.
That's also the shirt. That might be the shirt. Smell it through your bat.
No, that is not appropriate at all. No, it just needs to be like that.
I think it bats might be the shirt. I got
it bats.
It bats is pretty good. All right, go.
All right, Tiffany. So we kind of talked a little bit about this in the show, in the fact that the hop blend of the Grüngeist.
Wrong, but yes, continue.
Well, it's green, so green.
Grüngeist. Grüngeist?
No, it's Grüngeist.
Also
it is right.
wrong.
Okay. Grüngeist?
So green ghost.
Right.
It's German. I also took a couple semesters of that. I have a real problem with just taking a little bit of a language and then never actually learning it.
Acting like you know it really well.
I don't know it at all. Anyway, so the cashmere and the Grüngeist, like that combination, especially the fact that it was grown in Michigan, like it is a much softer blend than what I'm familiar with, and it could also be just a brewing technique as well. But It is a really soft, like almost a creamy texture, really well balanced. It's got a slight bite, but it dissipates really quickly, and it's definitely got that like hazy juiciness to it. I really like this beer. I don't realize it's a 9.5. So I've been trying to go real slow with it, knowing that it's a 9.5. But
I forgot it was a 9.5, and I'm all batted out. So
but yeah, it's a real problem beer in the fact that it's really delicious.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a 4.25. I do like it in the fact that it is a hazy that's not too juicy, and it's got a flavor profile that has a couple like moments, but it blends together well. It's not like it goes from one quickly to the other, or if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
4.25.
It's a great score. Yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel, you want to go next, or you want me?
Yeah, I'll come in at a hot 2.5 because here's the thing. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, wait,
they were so rude.
Could you imagine
that score?
Yeah.
They were
so the beer was great. The people really tanked.
Yeah.
No, they were fantastic. So within the realm of a double or a triple, once you start getting into that area, and kind of like what Vera was saying,
it is boozy a little bit.
No, I disagree.
Oh my God.
That's what I was going to say.
It's the very end. I can taste it.
No, I get nothing.
Correct. I don't get anything out of it either from a boozy standpoint, which is nice because it is a 9.5%er. I like a high ABV, especially one that has a good flavor profile. So I agree with Tiffany. It's extremely smooth with the hop blend. There's probably some Shojo magic in there I'm not familiar with to make that really happen. That's not just Really? That's the one that did it?
That's what got her.
God, I made a whiskey wife beating joke earlier, and that's the one that did it?
No, because I went right back to the masturbating joke.
Fair enough.
Look, when you go to bed tonight, just roll over and go, I got some Shojo magic.
Shojo magic.
God, she'll laugh and kick you out of the room.
Yes, I will.
No, because I
have no magic.
Magic for you. Good luck out there.
Well, if you didn't know it was a 9.5er at this point,
now you do
now.
That being said, I don't get a whole lot of boozy bite out of it. There's a hint of it, of course, when you get into that ABV realm, but the blend is really nice. It's extremely smooth. There's a little bit of pininess and a little bit of just overall sweetness to it that really does mellow that out, which apparently is that hop I've never heard of, which is sucks for me. Like I should read a book occasionally.
Or
but I mean, all three of us had not heard of that. Before tonight. I'm
on board with Tiffany. It's 4.25 for me as well. I think it's delicious. It at a 9.5er, I'll take it.
Nice. For me, I freaking love this beer, and I think it bats, and that's important. But really, it comes down for me. It's the IPAs are so freaking popular. Everyone's doing that. Everyone's doing hazies. Everyone's doing juicies. I drank this beer when I first drank it. I went, "This is a flavor I haven't had before."
Right.
Like I've had so many IPAs. I've had so many hazies. I've had so many juicies. The West Coast, like I've had the IPA before. So to have an IPA that doesn't taste like anything I've had before, it really excited me because, and I think it is that hop we have not experienced.
Yeah.
So I'm so excited that they found this hop that I think is maybe not as mainstream. Or
maybe it is, and we're just ignorant as fuck. I don't know.
We have a beer show. We can't possibly be ignorant.
No, but we've done so many IPAs, and we've done this, and this is the first time we've hit this hop.
Correct.
And I don't even think this hop is on the hop blog. So I'm going to say that this hop is like it's not used as often. And so I'm blown away by the fact that they are a small brewery that doesn't even have a brewery yet. And he went ahead and made a beer with a hop I've never heard of. And so I'm giving this a 4.5 because I just think for the uniqueness of it, the excitingness of it, I just think it's such a great beer.
I dig it.
But we'll give the show score a 4.25 because I think that's where it goes, which is a fantastic score for
100%.
Our show. And once again, the fluffiness of the beer. The first few sips were so fluffy. It was really phenomenal how it tasted.
I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
It was for me. I like to describe it as like creamy.
Yeah.
But yes, like it is. It's like
it's creamy, but then it still had the bitterness of the IPA, so it kind of cut the creaminess as you drank it.
Oh,
it was
really at this point. Let me try some of these.
It was. I give them so much props for making a unique IPA because I feel like I go anywhere and I'm like, oh, I'll take that IPA. You drink it, you go, I've had this before. Like most IPAs at this point you've had.
It's hard to tell the difference, and I do agree that this one has like some notes to it that are unique when they're combined together.
Correct.
Yeah. Oh man. All right.
So thank you to Early Birds for the record.
Early Birds and Shojo for making Kodama. That's how you pronounce it.
I guess so. I don't know.
I think you failed.
I did.
Yeah.
I'm going to call up all my Japanese friends and be like, listen, how do you pronounce this
great
word?
I have so many jokes for that, and I'm not going to explore any of them. That being said, we're an hour and 10 in. Do you? Do you? No, go ahead.
Do I what? I was just going into our third section.
I'm ready.
All right, let's find out what we wish was beer.
Now. So, for those of you who are unfamiliar,
we gotta go fast. We gotta go fast.
This is the portion where we take a quick second to reflect on what we think we wish was beer versus what it actually is, whether it's in our whole life, whether it's in last month, whether it's in our last menstrual cycle, whatever, politics, whatever comes up. Tiffany, you want to go first?
So I almost texted Vero earlier to be like, this is what I wish was beer. Because I was like, I have it. It was going to wrap around perfectly. I had it. I don't fucking remember.
First then.
So
God.
give me a second because I didn't text it to Vero, which means it didn't like codify in my brain.
While Tiffany thinks about it, everyone else put in the comment section of what you wish was beer this week, which you may have already answered on our Instagram account, but do it again.
Yeah, because I don't remember.
But Daniel, fill the space. What do you wish was beer this week?
I'm filling the space. Now wait, it's explore the space. That's more cowbell. All right. I actually just wish, in all honesty, I thought about this earlier today. I just wish that this show was beer, especially when we have a guest on, so we could do it every night for a couple hours on end, because I love talking to people in this world and who are starting their own brewery or in a bigger brewery or a smaller brewery, like who cares, or an outside sales rep. It's really super interesting to me. So I kind of wish the show was beer so I could have it every night.
And let's not call them out on collaborating with us, because I would love to fly down to Miami to make a Shojo beer with them.
Oh,
they just seem like a lot of fun.
So
we're going to remind them of that many, many times until
we'll have their direct email.
I do. Mari gave her.
She really fucked up on that one.
She gave me her email.
Well, they're also on Instagram. They're actually really popular on Instagram. So if anyone does want to follow them, that's their information at the bottom. They've got a fantastic Instagram. If you want to see more Speedo pics, then do what I do and subscribe to Thirsty Samurai.
I was gonna say, and like Mari is like a actual influencer. Like she's kind of a big deal. So.
But no Speedos. So
best wish you were beer yet.
Cries and pregnant.
I think it should be I'm pregnant.
Nope, because it's usually cries in Spanish. She cries in pregnant.
All right, Phil, what do you got?
So I wish that beer festivals were beer, because I'm going to be spending 3 days at the Portland Barbecue and Brews Festival drinking beer, and it is beer, and I'm very excited. So this is literally just for me to plug the fact that I'm going to be at the Portland Barbecue and Brews Festival pouring beer for the next 3 days. So I love it.
I'm so excited for that.
I am excited.
I'm going to be there 4 hours a day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday pouring. And then I'll also stay for the other 4 hours.
Wait till your parents find out you have a real job 4 hours a day in the same place.
It's the beauty of working East Coast hours and living on the West Coast. I'm going to be there tomorrow. Oh, crap. I'm going to be there tomorrow at 11. Oh, well, this is what I'm learning. Better tell my company that. But if you're wondering what breweries are going to be there, I'm excited for some of these. So nice. I had actually Deschutes. I had one of their beers yesterday at the Portland Pickle. That was the beer that was in this.
Oh,
when I got it originally, it was Deschutes Pilsner. It was delicious.
Oh, Pelican is also good.
Yep.
Ascendant is also around here. They got some great beers I've had so far. And then Rogue. I mean,
Rogue's Sweetwater.
Can't go wrong with Rogue. Yeah. And I did go to Zogelhaus, their brewery, yesterday.
Nice.
So I'm excited to try all of these. I'm excited to pour. I'm calling it a celebrity pour. They're calling it a volunteer pour.
We'll see which one wins out.
Yeah, we'll see. But I'll be there all day. So if anyone is watching from Portland, definitely find me. I'll
100%.
A business
Should be easy to find. He'll be uncomfortable. Yeah. Gabriel wishes that masturbating was beer, because then discussing it on YouTube would be more comfortable. I see what you did there.
I just learned that you can call the clitoris the man in the little man in the boat.
You just learned that. All right, Tiffany, what do you wish was beer?
I wish my memory was beer, because I literally can't remember what the hell I was thinking about earlier. Which
means every time that happened, you get a beer.
You should have texted Vero. She'd come in the comments right
now.
I
100% should have.
Loaded.
Yeah.
I would be loaded. No, I have a real problem of being in 40 places at once in my brain. If I don't write it down or send it to someone or put a reminder on my phone, it's not going to happen. Very good with checklists. So if I can like cross something off, like the instant gratification of like, yeah, I didn't write it down. So yeah, I just wish my memory was beer because I wouldn't be stressed out right now. I'm very stressed that I can't remember what I was trying to, like, I said it in my head.
Bring it
like,
back to beer.
5 times. No, if it was beer, I wouldn't be stressed out. I'd be like, oh, this is great.
But you'd probably forget that too.
No, I do forget my beers though. I'll leave them somewhere and Daniel's like, hey, you forgot your beer, and he'll bring it to me. And then like, I'll go do something else and he'll be like, hey, you forgot your beer, whatever. Love you.
Yeah, this is this every day.
You guys have no idea. You see me in like very short periods of time. Poor Daniel.
Well, apparently we see you in an hour and 20 minutes at a time now. What are we doing next week?
Oh my gosh. Next week.
ready.
God, I wasn't even ready for it. Oh, next week is Taco Thursday, but it's Taco Friday. We're doing Taco Friday from KCBC.
That whole
don't know.
sentence
So bring your
doesn't make any
tacos.
sense to me.
Bring your
So,
taco.
yeah.
I'll bring mine.
Well,
Little man in the boat.
No, I'm not
God.
high-fiving you on that.
God, no, I wouldn't high five that either.
No.
I find that
high-five it.
highly inappropriate.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
This is exciting. KCBC is a huge brewery. I'm excited to try this beer.
Yes.
Taco Friday is such a random beer, but the can art again.
The can
Take a
art.
look at this can art when you
yeah.
can. Like, it's just such a badass. Like, it almost reminds me of like a '90s like He-Man, She-Man type
Yes.
can art. Like, I'm very excited about this this beer, and that's what we're doing next week.
And that is all. Thank you for joining us. No.
Yeah, see you later.
Yeah. Well, y'all have a good night.
Like and subscribe. Smash the subscribe button.
Oh God, are you closing right now? We haven't even
No,
talked.
she's trying.
That was it.
Oh God.
You know I'm not allowed to
Okay.
close. I tried to.
You know she's not a closer.
I mean, I am a closer, but just not for the show.
No. You're not get that high five.
I just don't know why you don't love me. And that's fine.
It has nothing to do with that. It's your closing ability.
Yeah,
Hey,
dude.
did I mention that I'm going to be at the Portland Barbecue Brewery Festival tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for 4 hours? Just celebrity pouring. Just letting you all know.
Celebrity pouring. Come by, get your.
I hope
I'm going to
it's
tell
fun.
everyone while I'm there. I'm like, oh, so you're getting a celebrity pour. You're welcome. And I'm going to hand it to them.
If you don't hand out a
A
show
card with
card
everyone.
with every tiny pour, I'll be.
Oh, I
pissed.
will. I will.
Do you need me to? Well, I guess at this point
No.
I can't send
Nope.
you anymore. but-
Can't.
No,
It's first tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, can
Friday,
you
Saturday,
overnight
Sunday.
something to tomorrow in Portland? No.
All right. Close it out.
All right. Oh, me or Tiffany?
I kind of want to brute. Let's see if Tiffany bats. Tiffany,
Okay.
when you bat and close this out.
Go for it.
There you go. Oh, there's still some left in here. It doesn't come out of the handle. It kind of gets stuck there, I think.
You gotta tap it.
Yeah, can you hold it up there and tap it?
All right. So, for those of you who have not already liked and subscribed, one, I'm disappointed, but
Two,
you can
I'm
find
proud of
us. You can find us on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter, and on Untapped. We also have an awesome website, wishyouwerebeershow.com. We have merch, and there's cool stickers and a fanny pack and a shirt for almost every episode that we've done the last 3 or 4. So
Yeah, I was like, don't say every episode.
Yeah.
I don't have 75
almost
versions
every
of shirts up there.
last couple episodes.
Yeah.
There might be one for this one.
Next
so
week,
get
you'll
ready.
see a Does It Bat shirt. Get excited.
Yeah. If you don't do all those things, I hope you're here next week anyway. So see you later.
Wow. What an aggressive ending.
Big fucking day.
Well, show up if you feel like it, jerks.
And if not,
Nope.
thanks a lot, family.
T-Pain in the house.